Sunfall here with a guide for Nekketsu Renegade Kunio kun. The first thing we want to do when we start the game is go into the controls and change them. Press Y to get to the main menu. And then you want to go into settings, controls, player 1 control, config. You want to set it so that it's A, RB, X, Y, B, Windows button, burger button. Make sure to hit B to change the player level to 2. Hold up on controller 2 and press down, down, up, up, right, left, X on controller 1. When entered correctly, this will get you straight to level 4. So following that, you want to immediately make a save. So the controls that we've changed to make this easier is it's B to jump. So you want to get to this wall, and then when you stun them, when it's one person, you can grab them and push RB to throw them. If you're facing the other side, it'll be A to throw them. And we've also changed it so that when we run, for example on this side it'll be A, on the other side it'll be RB to punch. To run, you double tap the right on the D-pad, but for now the strategy is to push B while being on the wall to jump, and RB to throw them. Since we are on stage difficulty 2, the enemies will be much more challenging and much harder, hence why I said make a save before we even start. With the throwing technique, it only takes 2 throws to take them out, and the reason we're at the wall is so that they can't get behind us. Remember again, it's B and then RB. If you're facing the other way, it's B and A. Yeah, B and A. As you can see, when I hit RB instead, I need him because I was facing the wrong way. Depending on which side of the screen you're on, depends on how you do the moves. Can be very challenging to get used to. So the strategy for this room is just to kick them and throw them, and just keep doing that. We have got a timer, but we should have enough time to do all this. This is why we make a save though, because if you run out of time, you can just try again. Now we're down to the last guy, and he's taken out. This is where I suggest making a backup save. Now that we made our backup save, we want to take the right door. In the right door you'll need to fight 3 of the bosses from stage 2, 2 at a time, and this is where the running strategy comes in. So on this side it's A, double tap to run, and then on the other side, this side we're on now, it's RB. So A, RB, A, RB. And this is the strategy to take them out. Be careful of not having much room, but I would suggest once you take out both of them to save it, because then you only have 1 left to deal with. You gotta try and get them aligned before you can hit them, and it can be tricky because they don't like to do it with giving you room. So A, RB, double tap the right or left on the D-pad depending on the side you're on. So this would be left and RB, and the other one would be right and A. I made it that way so you can remember right, RB, and left A. Well, once we've done that, we can make a backup save, which I recommend doing every time, because we're on the harder difficulty. And this time we're taking the right door again. We must fight 3 of the bosses from stage 3 this time, but only 1 at a time. So they're the big Amazon ladies. And I would suggest the same technique: run, punch A, run, punch B, run, punch RB, run, punch A, run, punch RB. Once you take out one, save it as a backup. and follow the same strategy. If you get grabbed, I would suggest just loading it. They do a lot of damage when they grab you, so it's just not worth it. I kept that in to show you guys. The trick is to try and get them as the animation of them getting up, then they can't get any attacks in. See how I'm running to the right side to do the RB one is because I have more room, but she's slowly moving to that side, so it's better if I go on the other side now and hit A. Make a backup save once you beat all 3. And we will be going in the right door again, and this time we must fight 4 bosses from stage 3, 2 at a time, rather than 1 at a time. It's a little bit more challenging, but if you stick to the strategy of running and punching, you should be okay. If you can try and line them both up like I have, you can try and get double hits. As you can see here, I managed to take out both of them. So now I only have 2 more left to fight at the same time. See, if you push B instead of A, you do a back kick, because that's what happened just then. But now I'm running on this side, I'm pushing RB, this time I'm running on this side and pushing A, so all fine. So this door we have to take is the left door, and we must fight 3 of the bosses from stage 2 all at once, again sticking to our running strategy. Be careful of running into the wall too. As you can see, you can run into the wall and that's not handy at all. Try and be aware of how much distance you've got between the bad guy and yourself, and try to stick to the side that has more distance. See there, I had no distance, so I moved so I could get them. And with those taken out, make a backup save. And we'll be taking the left door again. This one's simple. It's just weapon wielding people, so go back to our strategy of B, and then RB to throw. Like I said, if you go to the other wall, it'll be A to throw, not RB. But I prefer this side of the wall because RB is much easier to hit with the combination of B. Now we can make a backup save, and we will take the right door. You will encounter the gang boss Sabu here. The first one isn't the actual boss, and you must fight him 2 times to win. And he also has a gun that if he fires will insta-kill you. So the best strategy is to wait till he does his animation of getting up, and then to do the running move. That way he never gets up. If you allow him to get up, it only takes him a second to try and shoot you. See right there, it let me grab him, so I just laid into him with RB rather than throw him with A, and finished him off. But this is the real one. Again, we want to follow the same strategy, RB, when you're on this side. You want to keep making saves while you're fighting him and he's knocked down. And then it's A on this side. As you can see, it only takes... When he's really low health like that, you can get away with just kicking with B. If you need to. Because he unfortunately got up on me, but once we do that, we're done. And congrats, we got Don't Underestimate Me for clearing level 2. Now we have to do it again for level 1. Hit the burger button and then hit reset. Hold up on controller 2 and press down, down, up, up, right, left, X on controller 1. If done correctly, you'll be on the screen and be able to save it. Hopefully you didn't have to push B to change the player level. It should, when you hit restart, it should have been level 1. So again, we'll be following our stage strategy with RB and B. B to jump and RB to throw. See how quickly they try to get behind you? That's why I like to have my back on the wall. It's just sometimes they don't come out, so you've got to go out to them. Remember, it's A when they're on the other side. It sometimes happens. Once they're cleared, you want to head right. Again, make a save. The right one, just stick to the running strategy or the throwing strategy. It's really your call. I kind of do both. On this side it's A, and then on this side it's RB. Since we've only got one left, I figure I may as well just throw him with B and RB, or B and A since he's on the other side. Now we go to the left after we make a save. This time we have two bosses, so just stick to the running strategy. Once the two bosses from stage 2 are done, we can head left again. This time we have people on bikes. Now you just have to push B, but you have to time it just right to knock them off, like so. Now we want to go to the center. And then it's the same thing. Just B to knock them off. I prefer to stand where I load in because it seems to have a better distance. If you go too close, then they go straight for you. Now we can head right to the boss fight. This time we only have to burst the boss once. There's no double, so you want to stick to the running method again. Don't give him a chance to shoot you because it's an insta-kill, even on this difficulty. Once you get the chance to save it, save it. And that's the boss done. Congratulations. So now, if you didn't get this achievement while we were doing those 2 runs, the way to get this achievement is to start the game with X on the first level, and then we have to eat up the timer, so just make sure you do a couple of jumps. But once the timer reaches about 130, 135, 140, I'd recommend making a save, because at 132 we have to do a jump kick on an enemy, which is RB, or A and B on default controls. So right now I'm watching the time clock, and it's almost 132, so I run away to get a bit of distance, and now that it's 133, I'm doing the RB, and there you go, there's the P, so you collect the P, and this will get you your achievement. Blow it away. Obtain P. It only appears under certain conditions, and that's the condition. So now with that, we can go to reset. Not reset. We can go to control manual, and then we can scroll all the way through control manual to get the control manual achievement. Master of control. Then we can go to settings, display settings, scan lines, and we can change it to smooth and then hit B to get CRT scan. Then we can go to sound settings. And we can turn the reverb on. This will get us reverberation of retro sound, and then we can return to the main menu and go into the settings there. From there we can go into individual settings, pick a character with A, then we can also go into background, and we can change the background by hitting right on the D-pad and A. Once we do that, we can go back to the main menu and go to online play. We can go create a room, only friends. This will get you, show us what you've got, and then there's one last achievement, which is the completion achievement. As you can see, this just requires us to quit the game and relaunch it. Upon relaunching the game and getting to the main menu, the achievement will pop. There it is, completion. And that gives you your 1000G. Congratulations.